Samantha here, and I'm finally getting around to editing this video. We actually took this trip in August of 2022. I was about 21 weeks pregnant, so if I look bigger to you, that is why. Gray and I, along with Gray's parents and sister, went on a kayaking trip on Bear Glacier Lagoon. This was near Seward, Alaska, near Kenai Fjords National Park. We had to take a helicopter to get there, and it was the first time either of us had ever been in a helicopter, and the view was really incredible.
It was like soaring.
I know! After we arrived at the lagoon, we had to wait for Gray's family to arrive in the second helicopter. Then we found some red berries, and we're not exactly sure what type of berry they are because there's lots of berries in Alaska that look like this, and we're not an expert at identifying them yet, but if you guys know what they are, let us know. They were good, but they had a lot of seeds in them. And then as we were waiting for our guide to set up the kayaks, we skipped some rocks on the lagoon.
Hey, whoa!
Oh, that was a good one. I got it on video.
Yes, let's go.
That's large.
He's just waiting.
We made it on the ice,
No,
water.
No stopping.
Stop.
I'm planning on probably not really doing much.
Well, then you're in charge of the GoPro.
Yeah, I am. I'm doing it right now.
So you
See me being the GoPro?
do much of that.
This was actually the third time I had been kayaking while pregnant, and it was pretty hard for me. It actually caused a lot of pain, and the baby would start kicking whenever I would paddle, and she would kick my bladder, so I actually needed to pee kind of like the entire time we were in the boat.
This is the closest I've ever been to ice. There's some ice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right there.
You're not allowed to get too close to it. It tastes like ice. Gray got a piece of ice.
Crunchy. That is actually the iceberg that sunk the Titanic. It got so much money from its movie deal that it retired here.
The blue one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was an Atlantic iceberg. And then it made several... Titanic was, at one point, the highest grossing movie in history. And the iceberg had a 10% box office gross cut because it had a really good agent.
Dang.
And it decided to retire here. This is actually a retirement community for icebergs.
For movie icebergs?
Yeah, it's like a little...
Or any kind of iceberg for any profession.
Any icebergs are welcome here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna make the same jokes to the GoPro and then make them louder for my dad, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Dad. Yeah. That is actually the iceberg that sunk the Titanic. Yeah. Those are called the Giant's Teeth by the locals.
Those ones?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those do look like giant's teeth.
Just making that up. That's what I would do.
I know you're making it up.
I make everything I say ever.
I know, you do that most of the time. There's a glacier. So it ended up being really nice that Gray did all the work while kayaking, because I just got to sit back and relax and watch all the scenery. Yeah, I paddled like at least 16 times. Glaciers are rivers of ice. When we got to the glacier, our guide told us that we had to stay pretty far away from it for safety, so we just admired it from a distance. And then as we started to paddle away, we realized why we had to stay far away. The glacier started calving, which produced new icebergs and lots of waves over by the glacier. And I tried to get it on the GoPro, but it was in wide mode, so it's kind of far away. But Gray took a bunch of pictures of it and put it into like a little time-lapse thing, but it goes really fast, so I can just insert that here so you can see it. And then here's the one that he did of the wave afterwards.
Yeah, I got like 100 plus photos.
Oh my gosh, the wave. On our way back, we passed some seals that were hanging out on the icebergs and in the water. Look at the seals being seals over there.
Come say hi, I'll be your friend.
We had never been that close to harbor seals before, and they were swimming on both sides of our boat, which was really cool. Oh.
Hi. Come here.
Arf.
Arf.
It has the rain now, but we saw all the cool things. We saw the glacier.
It calved,
Yeah.
but a bunch of times.
Yeah,
Just, like,
and there was a
throwing off
huge
icebergs.
wave and it made new icebergs. And we saw the seals basically like swimming on both sides of our kayak and some of them up on icebergs. They were so close. Cool, so cool. And also, you know, all of these icebergs just floating around us.
In the mountains.
Yeah, and the mountains are super pretty, but you can't really see them anymore.
Yeah, the weather's getting bad.
Yeah, it's super raining now. Gray had to put his camera away, but the GoPro's waterproof. It's very cool. Highly recommend this trip. It's a little helicopter ride out to this, what did you say, lagoon?
Yeah, they were calling it a lagoon because it's not just a lake. It connects to the ocean over there a long ways,
Yeah.
but it's sort of barely connects to the ocean.
My fingers are freezing off. So, yeah, do this. That's all. This is me trying to get some underwater shots of the icebergs. It didn't really work very well. I forgot to film anything when we got to land, but this is a time lapse of the helicopter ride on our way back. But when we got to land, we had some Cheez-Its and some hot chocolate while we waited for the helicopters to come. And they are the best tasting Cheez-Its I've ever had in my life. I was so hungry and we were so cold after we had gotten rained on. But it was 100% worth it because the trip was so fun and we got to see a glacier and icebergs and seals up really close. It was so much fun. So I highly recommend this kayaking trip if you're in Alaska and you're Seward. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and thanks so much for watching.